Hey everyone! Get ready to be blown away by the incredible story of Khamzat Chimaev, the rising star in the UFC. This guy is not just your average fighter. He has been smashing opponents on his quest for UFC gold. We're diving into the details that make him a standout in the octagon. Who's Khamzat Chimaev? Khamzat Chimaev is a 29-year-old powerhouse, hailing from both Russia and Sweden, standing at a towering 6 feet 2 inches, weighing in at 179 pounds, and boasting a jaw-dropping professional MMA record of 13 wins and 0 losses. Yeah, you heard it right, undefeated. Now, let's talk about records that make your head spin. Khamzat holds the prestigious title of being the current number 4 ranked welterweight fighter in the UFC. But that's not all. He is a 3-time national Swedish wrestling gold medalist, adding some serious gold to his accolades. What sets Khamzat apart from the rest? Well, get this, he is the proud owner of the fastest 3-fight win streak in modern UFC history, achieving this remarkable feat in just 66 days. All these personal attributes and reputations made Boers a force that's hard to ignore. And when it comes to cage fights, this guy is a wrecking ball, leaving a trail of defeated opponents in his wake. Boers' early years and wrestling triumphs. When Khamzat Chimaev was only 5 years old, he began his journey in fighting. As he got a bit older, he went to the Russian National Championships for juniors and won a bronze medal. Then, in 2013, Khamzat moved to Sweden. Over there, he kept wrestling. And guess what? He won big at the Swedish Freestyle National Championships in 2016 and 2017, weighing 190 pounds. Imagine being the best 2 years in a row. Then, in 2018, he moved up to the 203-pound category and won again. He owned the wrestling mat. So from being a little kid in wrestling shoes to dominating the mat in Sweden, Khamzat Chimaev's early years were all about making a big impact in the world of combat sports, from MMA champion to UFC. Now, let's fast forward to 2017. When a new chapter began for Chimaev, he stepped into the world of MMA. His first amateur fight at Fight Club Rush 1 was a showstopper. He sealed the victory in the second round with a move called Darcy Choke against Khaled Lalam. People were buzzing about this rising star. In 2018, with 2 more amateur wins under his belt, Khamzat decided it was time to go pro. His professional debut against Gard Ulf Sagan at International Ring Fight Arena 14 was a knockout. Literally, he won in the second round with a bunch of powerful punches, but he did not stop there. Ola Magnor was the next to feel Chimaev's strength, tapping him out in the first round at Fight Club Rush 3. His domination caught the eye of Brave Combat Federation BCF, where he scored an awesome 4-fight win streak. He even had a shot at the BCF Welterweight Championship against Jara Al-Siwale at Brave FC 27. But thanks to COVID, that bout got cancelled. But our man Chimaev didn't let that hold him back. In 2020, he decided to make a bold move, joining the UFC. Just imagine the excitement as this unstoppable force entered the octagon with a perfect 6-0 professional record. What do you think is next for Khamzat Chimaev in the UFC? The journey is just getting started with us, so chill as we show you his most popular fights. Khamzat Chimaev fights. UFC fight, night 172 middleweight. Khamzat Chimaev versus John Phillips. In his first UFC fight at UFC Fight Night 172 on July 15, 2020, Khamzat Chimaev faced John Phillips in a middleweight bout in Abu Dhabi. Chimaev, nicknamed Boers, dominated the match, winning in the second round with a Darcy choke on the ground. The judges unanimously declared Chimaev the winner, but the specific score wasn't provided. Chimaev's performance earned him the Performance of the Night award for his aggressive and strategic approach. Breaking down the stats, Chimaev landed an impressive 43 out of 52 significant strikes, boasting an 82.69% accuracy. He executed 2 successful takedowns out of 2 attempts, maintaining a perfect 100% takedown rate.
And that's that, and it's a disappointing night for John Phillips. It really is, because you train so hard, you do a full training.
Chimaev also attempted and succeeded in 1 submission. In round 1, Chimaev showed an 81% significant strike accuracy, and in round 2, he achieved a flawless 100%. This UFC debut showcased Chimaev's ground game and striking skills, marking the beginning of his promising journey in the middleweight division. UFC Fight Night, Khamzat Chimaev versus Rhys McKee. In a heated showdown at UFC Fight Night, Whittaker vs. Till on July 25, 2020 in Abu Dhabi, Khamzat Chimaev clashed with Rhys McKee in a welterweight battle. The bout ended in a spectacular fashion, with Chimaev securing victory via KO or TKO just 3 minutes and 9 seconds into the first round.
TKO and still undefeated, Khamzat Chimaev!
This exceptional performance earned Chimaev the prestigious UFC Fight Night Performance of the Night award. Chimaev's dominance was evident as he improved his pro record to 7-0, climbing to 8-0 after the fight. The betting odds favored him heavily at 1,400, while McKee, the underdog, faced odds of plus 750. Chimaev, representing the United Arab Emirates, fought out of Dubai and showcased his skills at the All-Stars Training Center. On the other side, Rhys "Skeletor" McKee, hailing from Ireland, fought out of Ballymena, Northern Ireland. Despite the loss, McKee displayed resilience in the face of a formidable opponent. This fight marked another milestone in Chimaev's ascent, leaving an indelible mark on the welterweight division. UFC Fight Night, Khamzat Chimaev vs. Gerald Meerschaert. In a super fast fight at UFC Vegas 11 on September 20, 2020, Khamzat Chimaev took on Gerald Meerschaert. Known for his wrestling and jiu-jitsu skills, Chimaev surprised everyone by knocking out Meerschaert in just 17 seconds. Chimaev's lightning-quick right-hand punch sent Meerschaert, an experienced fighter from Milwaukee, to the ground.
Just literally too fast. Straight down the middle.
Bettors heavily favored Chimaev, closing at 500 at the MGM Grand Sportsbook. Despite Meerschaert talking confidently before the fight, Chimaev's rapid and decisive win proved him wrong. Meerschaert couldn't defend against Chimaev's unexpected attack. This victory marked Chimaev's third UFC win in a record-breaking 66 days, making him a rising star with a flawless 9-0 record and 3-0 standing in the UFC. This rapid ascent earned him Performance of the Night awards, showcasing his dominance in the octagon. UFC 267, Khamzat Chimaev vs. Li Jingliang. In a UFC 267 face-off on October 30, 2021, Li Jingliang and Khamzat Chimaev brought the heat at the Etihad Arena in Abu Dhabi. Jingliang, known for his knockout prowess, aimed to build on his past victory against Santiago Ponzinibbio. On the flip side, Chimaev made a comeback after a tough battle with COVID-19 that almost ended his career. His last knockout in 17 seconds raised expectations, but a lingering question lingered: would he remain the same after his life-changing bout outside the cage? The fight marked Chimaev's return after 13 months, and fans wondered if he retained his previous dominance. The showdown kept everyone guessing about the final score and winner. Li Jingliang and Khamzat Chimaev showcased their skills in this clash of titans at UFC 267. Khamzat Chimaev won with a rare naked choke, choking Li Jingliang at 3-16 in the first round.
Fight the hand, DC.
It's over, Paul. It's over.
That's it.
10-0. The hype is real. Khamzat Chimaev.
UFC 273, Chimaev vs. Burns. On April 10, 2022, the fight between Khamzat Chimaev and Gilbert Burns at UFC 273 was anything but ordinary. Chimaev quickly took Burns down, but Burns, unlike many others, stood back up using his grappling skills. On their feet, Burns showed effective boxing. However, Chimaev landed a massive blow in the final round, causing a cut on Burns' head. Despite surviving, Burns seemed shaky. Burns, undeterred, matched Chimaev's striking. The crowd roared as both fighters exchanged blows.
Display of sportsmanship. Their lives are linked forever now.
What a fight.
The intensity peaked when Chimaev stunned Burns, but Burns retaliated with a powerful overhand. The round ended with both fighters visibly tired. In the last round, both fighters were drained. Chimaev unleashed a flurry, but Burns resisted a close stoppage. The crowd stayed on their feet as both fighters exchanged blows. The fight concluded with a wild flurry and thunderous applause. Chimaev secured victory by unanimous decision 29-28, 29-28, 29-28, marking a historic moment in UFC. For his grand return at UFC 294. After a year-long hiatus, Chimaev made a spectacular return in October 2023, originally scheduled to fight Paulo Costa, but facing Kamaru Usman instead. The result? A victory via majority decision, solidifying Chimaev's place among the UFC elite. With an impressive track record and a knack for thrilling performances, which of Chimaev's fights is your favorite? Will he continue to dominate the octagon in future matchups? What are your thoughts? Let's know your response in the comments section. Thanks for watching.